Hi guys, thank you again for tuning in. Happy New Year, happy 2024. So I just want to do my this reaction video. I just saw it. It's about the famous expat living on Rami. It's very sad, especially when you see a foreigner that living like a Filipino. I mean, it's nice if like like once in a while, but to be on a budget of eating rami and rice, that's kind of it's not easy. I know how hard that is. I mean, I grew up on eating rami, but right now I just cannot touch it. I mean, it's something that it's not very healthy for you. It's like 10 years ago I've seen like it was I think an article. It said that rami is kind of, it's hard to digest on your system. It just stuck right there with all the chemical that it's not good for you. And you can do a Google search on Rami, but I pulled one out. This is from an article. Let me see. It's about Rami noodles. It's from WebMD. It's according to USDA.gov. One packet of Rami noodles has about 81 gram of contain, uh, and then 14 gram of total fat, and also 6 gram of total saturated fat, which is around 33% of your daily recommended intake. Ramen noodles are low in fibers, vitamins, minerals, and protein. They are very filling, but ramen noodles offer almost no nutrition, but many calories. To preserve ramen in its storage condition, you have to listen to this. It is preserved with TBHQ. It is a petroleum-based product that is hard to digest. It is also found in pesticides and lacquers. It makes the noodle hard to digest, therefore allowing the body to be exposed to this chemical for a longer period of time than normal. It will also impede your body from taking in other nutrients. So when I heard that, like I think that was like almost maybe 10 years ago, I I already quickly contact my daughter because she was still in college, and I know how college kids, they kind of live on rami. First, it's easy, it's quick, and it's also cheap. But I told my daughter, don't go cheap. I take care of her, kind of support her, make sure she have money, to eat good food. I don't want her to be eating on rami. I said, don't go, because you want to save money. Don't worry about the money. If you need more, let me know. I'll send it to you. But I don't want you to be eating rami. Once in a while, maybe if you said, like for emergency, okay, fine. But kind of stay away from rami, because it's kind of it just very seems like toxic to me, and you can smell the chemical. Now before I don't even before, maybe because I was trying to save money. I was still in the Philippines, and I kind of grew up on rami. But then later, you start to learn to cook, and you find out that it just tastes like a chemical. So, but having said that, if you want to eat rami, if you have to eat rami, this is what I suggest to my daughter. I said, when of course you boil the water. When it's boiling, you put the rami in there, and then cook it for like 2 to 3 minutes until it soft and tender. And most people would just use the broth. as their soup. But this is what I do. I would just drain the ramen, throw away the broth, the one you use to cook your noodles. Throw away that broth. Put a new water. Put a new hot water to your ramen, and then put the seasoning. Don't use the same water that you use to boil your noodles, because it's just so much chemical on the water. So that's what I suggest to my daughter the same way. If I have to eat noodles, ramen, uh, which is I don't buy anymore. But once I try, once in a while I'll try a new ramen, from a supermarket. That's what I do, is drain the water out, and then put a new water as my soup. Anyway, so and then at the same time, I just also this I mean, I understand that I've seen it. A lot of Filipino, people in the Philippines, they, because of poverty, of tight budget, they are turning to ramen and rice, which is, the foreigner was saying that he's been eating like two, three, four package of ramen. I mean, and with a lot of rice, that is not that good. It's not good. It's salty. It's chemical, and then Philippines is very vegetable are cheap and seafood are cheap. So probably I would suggest you know have seafood or vegetable instead of ramen. Um, and then what else? Yeah, I know. Some people have no choice. Because they ramen is cheap. I don't know how much it is it in the Philippines, but and then you go. You have ramen and rice, and you can see it's not healthy, and it just stuck in your system. That's why you gain weight. So anyway, the other things that I want to point out though. Oh, by the way, of course, that's the reason I said it's kind of sad to see a foreigner, start to live like a Filipino. I mean, it's nice to see a foreigner try to live like a Filipino once in a while, but not for a for a long terms. You worked hard all your. I keep saying you worked hard all your life. Uh, you know, Once you retire, you want to enjoy life. You want to enjoy. You want not on the noodles and rice, but I'm not saying that you have to have steak and lobster every day, but have good food, have real home cooked meals, maybe pasta one night, and then have baked chicken the other night, something like that, and or have some fish dish, healthy food. Uh, the other thing is, I did also want to mention that it so happened to ramen has so much sodium. The other, so when I love soup, when I have to make soup like something like ramen, uh, my wife sometimes would say to me, "Oh, we have to, come cut the sodium. Maybe don't put too much sodium." I said, "There's no way around it. You want to have ramen, you want to have soup, you got to have sodium. So what I do, instead of cutting the salt, I suggest that suggest to my wife, and I also do the same thing for me. This is I would suggest to the viewer. So let's say you're having a soup of ramen, a bowl of ramen. I would don't cut the sodium. Whatever is the suggestion of the packaging, do the same thing, right? And then this is if you're using a package or you making from the scratch, don't cut the sodium, keep the sodium the same. But once you put it in the bowl, you just eat half of the broth. Don't consume the whole bowl of the broth. You eat the noodles, but leave half of the broth on the bowl. So that way, at least you don't consume that much sodium. You know, I don't know. That's just my idea. So the other things I want to point out though, because I love to watch street food. You know, a blogger doing street food. You got you got to be careful. They are cheap for a reason. At the same time, they are delicious. They are taste so good for a reason too, because they use a lot of MSG. I seen it cook. They're cooking, and then sometimes they will show you the ingredients. They put a lot of salt, the powder, of course, either chicken powder or beef powder, and then MSG. That scares the heck out of me. MSG is so bad. I mean, I personally, I have an allergy to MSG. If I eat MSG, especially with a big amount of MSG, it will kill me. One about a couple of maybe 10 years ago, we have a good friends, a couple friends. So like every 2 weeks, we will go out and go out for dinner with the couple, and we will go try a new restaurant. One time, we decided to go to a Chinese restaurant, and first thing I ordered from the menu was hot and sour soup for my first course. Once I tasted hot and sour soup, it was so delicious. It was so delicious, and I ate the whole bowl. It's a not big bowl, of course, a small bowl. And once I ate that, I almost like I feel like I'm gonna die. My vein in the back start to tighten, and just like I just could not move, and I was sweating. I could not talk, and then I know right away it was MSG. So, and I don't know what to do. So I was feel like also at the same time embarrassed, because we have other friends, having dinner, and then I'm trying to be controversial, making a scene. So I hurry up, drink the tea. Good things there's tea. I drink tea, drink a lot of tea. I don't know. And that after like maybe 10 minutes, I was able to, to move again and start feel a little bit better. And I just whispered to my wife. I said, I think that the dish here has they put so much MSG. I just feel horrible. So we never go back to that restaurant again. So be careful. Those street food, they put a lot of MSG. That's why it's so good, and that's why they get all the their flavor from the MSG. Otherwise, they have to put more ingredients. They have to use more bones or anything like that, and that will cost them money. So just to to let you guys know that what else. So I think that's it. Just want to hopefully you pay attention to to the ramen noodles. Just Google it yourself, and you'll find out all the bad stuff of the ramen noodles. Anyway, just be very careful. Anyway, so let me know your thought on this video. Thank you again for watching. Take care, stay safe. Bye bye now.